Why are Malayalam thrillers great? That's the question which this video by The Hindu is trying to answer. I'll look at some of the gripping Malayalam thrillers of 2024, just of this year. It's some really fascinating ones, and I have reviewed them on the main channel. You can check them out if you haven't. If you haven't seen this video, I'll put the link to the description below. You can check it out. It's a reaction to it, not a substitute. I'll be pausing in the middle, talking a bit. So do check out the original if you haven't. It'll be interesting to see how they have actually decoded it. By the way, the channel membership is live. If you really like the content, you want to support, you can become a member. Enjoy such reactions early and some member-only videos with the song reactions. To know more, click on the join button and let's check it out.
This is exactly how thrilled I was while preparing for this video. I watched Sookshmadarshini starring Basil Joseph and Nazriya Nazim, and it was a fantastic thriller. And that's all I can say. Now you can tell me that I should dig deeper into the film, and that's where the S word comes into play. Spoilers. The movie is filled with such clever twists and a giant size shock that I cannot reveal anything. All I can say is just go watch the movie and observe it closely. Did you?
I've watched it, so you can check out my review.
Kishkindha Kaandam? Did you see Bramayugam? Yes. Don't tell me you haven't watched Manjummel Boys yet.
Yes.
Throughout the year, you would have had people suggesting you Malayalam movies, and most of them would have been well-made thrillers. So what is the industry doing right to produce such quality thrillers? Now the ultimate...
What is it doing right? It's being honest, true to what they want to tell and the stories they want to tell, and not to just shock you for the sake of it and to make films just for the sake of it and telling original stories what they want to. That's my thoughts.
Challenge for a thriller is to provide the perfect payoff after all the build-up. Sookshmadarshini lands the final punch perfectly, and so does Manjummel.
Sookshmadarshini, you can check out my review, but yeah, it didn't leave me with a lasting impact like others have. I can say that.
Boys. When a group of friends rescue their friend from the Guna caves, the now famous Kanmani Anbodu plays in the background, and we cannot stop whistling and clapping for the rousing scene in theatres. Kishkindha Kaandam, starring Asif Ali, Vijay Raghavan and Aparna Balamurali, has a twist that will blow your mind. But the conversation around the film is also about the pace of the movie. Now, haven't you all heard about slow burn thrillers? The movie is deliberately slow, but at the same time, it draws you into its world gradually. I like how Malayalam filmmakers are reinventing the thriller genre. Ullozhukku, starring Parvati and Urvashi, is a humanistic...
Ullozhukku. I did prepare myself so there's the name when I made the review for it. Again, check on the main channel.
Drama, but at the same time it feels like an engaging thriller. We have two polar opposite women in the house. They hide a lot of secrets.
I think for this film, slow is sometimes misunderstood. Slow is that maybe not big events are happening, big twists and turns are happening, but in this film specifically, right, like something or the other every minute is happening which is giving a conflict between the marriage. You know from the start within 2 minutes that she didn't agree to the marriage. She was in love with someone else. So already there's a big conflict. Then there's a big conflict after this. The husband is ill. Then there's a big conflict. She goes to meet him. Then there's a big, and now we are so much their conflict. We are already now what will happen? Now what's gonna happen? Will she find out? Will she know? And then they turn the script over. Then we find out she's like the mother-in-law is actually doing something wrong with her. So you just keep the drama like the setup is so good that now anything that happens is drama and so fascinating to watch.
And once the truth begins to unravel, the movie becomes a completely engaging experience with we not knowing what to expect next. Bramayugam is an experimental thriller, and it beautifully balances its horror and thriller elements. To its advantage, it has the legendary Mammootty playing the antagonist and the protagonist. His terrifying smile sends chills down your spine. The black and white cinematography, the ultra-realistic sets, and the haunting sound effects enhances the mood of the movie. Even Manjummel Boys is an example about how a good technical team can enhance a thriller. Now, when we are told about the Devil's Kitchen in the movie, suddenly a serene place gives you an eerie feeling. And Sushin Shyam's terrific score complements the
and then even the sound design, like the visuals, like all of it brings it all together.
Effort of art director Ajay Cheliseri. It's interesting how these thrillers have some important themes, but they're not preachy. Be it oppression in Bramayugam or friendship in
Yep.
Manjummel Boys, these messages sit organically inside the plots. It's only fitting that we are talking about Jeethu Joseph in this video essay. The man who delivered the evergreen
Drishyam.
Drishyam films made a fun Nunakkuzhi starring Basil
I didn't watch
Joseph.
this
Be it
movie.
the slow zoom ins and zoom outs in the cinematography or the background score, the movie reminds you of a retro thriller. Comedy meets chaos in this thriller, which is an easy watch. It is wonderful to see writers challenging themselves and take risks in the Malayalam film industry. Generally, you
Should I watch this? I should check it out. Let me know, because I heard some people say it's not that okay. It's okay movie, not that great. So let me know in the comments.
see a thriller cracking one crime story, right? Be it in Anveshipin Kandathum
I
or
saw this.
Talavan, you see two crime stories. But the fact that the plot is broken down convincingly and the conclusion is justified make these movies worth your time. Apart from the most talked about movies, even films such as Bougainvillea, a psychological thriller,
Yep.
or I Am Kadalan, a cybercrime
Okay,
thriller,
I've not seen this.
Level Cross, and Golem
Yes, I
are
saw this.
unique attempts.
Yes, I
In
saw this.
thrillers,
I was a good streak, this year with Malayalam films.
it's just not about the shock value. A clever twist is needed, of course, but it has the maximum impact if it comes on the back of tension and anticipation. Alfred Hitchcock, the
Yep.
master of suspense, will definitely agree to this. The Malayalam thrillers have done exactly that. Hope the industry has a thrilling lineup for 2025.
So more than talking about like what makes these films work, it felt more like we were recapping all the films that came out and what they did well and all of that. I think this cannot single out the what went right, what was thing that worked and make those thrillers better. Again, it's very subjective, right? Each film has its own way of doing it, and again, its general statement is that they were very well made with conviction what they wanted to. No, inorganic element that just forcefully you're trying to tell a thriller. And thrillers mostly you want the ending to be satisfying, right? For Kishkindha Kaandam, it's just from the start the gun is missing, and that's like a Chekhov's gun, right? The gun is missing, it has to come back later, and that gun missing, anything can happen. There's a family, it's a father, there's a son, the new wife has come in, the kid is missing. So it's already the tragedy struck family, and then the gun is also missing. What will happen? You're just worried what will happen with the gun, and then slowly the things reveal, and you're like, oh shit, there's more going on here. It's not just about the gun, there's more things at play here. What's really going on? And you're just invested in it. And I think that's what makes, and the ending just comes back again, like the people you're worried about are actually in a sense they did the crime or whatever you want to call it, and they are only facing for it what really happened. And it was an accident, you can say, but yeah, they are facing the wrath of fate, in a sense, and that's painful to watch. So I think in that twist you never see coming. You feel like, oh, something third person or something outside is affecting it, but it's all within, and that makes it interesting. And Bougainvillea similar in that sense, just that the last 30 minutes execution is very very different and massy in a sense. So yeah, all these films, Manjummel Boys, I've talked so much about, like, it's just the vision, like, the clear vision of how to tell the story, how to make it impactful, and it just works so well. But yeah, a good refresher by the end of the year, about all the films. I'm actually making my list of best films of the year, so a lot of things to go about. Sometimes you forget about films, so how to rank them, which comes, like, all of that to do. But those videos will come on the main channel. But till then, you can check out the video next, and I will see you next time.